I often wonder what makes greats great. What's the reason that some people just rise above the rest to a place untouched, unseen by the world, a place where millions aspire to be? What exactly separates the greats from the rest? And as answering a question becomes easier when you have an example, today let's talk about the great Don Bradman. Arguably the greatest batsman the world has ever seen. Today, on his 112th anniversary, let's try to find the answer to the question, what makes him great? Now, experts generally agree to become great, you need either good technique, good physical condition, or just God given talent. Okay, let's talk about technique first. In Don Bradman's own words, nobody ever taught him how to hold a bat, or how to stand at the crease, or even how to gauge the ball. Today's modern cricket, which is rife with technology and form, in Don Bradman's era, nobody knew even the T of that technique. And yet, if in his last innings, if he didn't get out on a duck, if he could just hit 4 runs, his average at his retirement would have been 100 as compared to 99.94 right now. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has come even close to this record. Rank 2 stands at 61, while Kumar Sangakkara in today's generation has reached 57.50. So, the next comes physical prowess. Don Bradman played for a total of 20 years, in which cricket was suspended for 8 years due to war. He entered into Air Force, then transferred into Army, before being discharged for poor physical health. You heard it right. Don Bradman was deemed unfit for the Army due to his health. He was well known for being very sick most of his adult life. And mind you, in the 20 years he played cricket for, he had a full-time job to attend to. Because unbelievably, cricket couldn't pay bills back then, even for the best batsman of the era. For example, in 1983, was offered 1,200 rupees per match. So, can you imagine what the pay was 40 years before that? He had to do his full-time job and play cricket as a part-time thing with a mostly physically ill body. And yet, this guy kept on racking up records one after the other. In domestic circuit, he once hit a century in just 3 overs. He once scored 309 runs in a single day, hitting 1 century per session. And this feat of 1 century per session had been repeated by him 6 different times. I genuinely pity the bowlers who had to face him innings after innings after innings. Now, in the end, we have God-given talent. Tell me one thing first. Just in India, we have a test team, A team, B team, under 19 team. Players coming from each and every corner of India, vying for that hallowed playing 11. Which player today that gets selected into the Indian team isn't talented? To come from lakhs and lakhs of cricketers to the top 11, how is that possible without talent? And furthermore, let's take the example of Vinod Kamri and Sachin Tendulkar. In school, all the way till getting selected, Kamri was lauded as the more talented one, hands down. Tendulkar was even about to be rejected by Achrekar sir at a point. Then how was it possible that that same Sachin, just 17 years later, was selected by Bradman in his World 11? Bradman actually went on to say that Sachin resembles him the most.
I never saw myself play, but I feel that this fellow is playing much the same as I used to play.
How did that happen? How did Sachin became Sachin and Bradman became Don Bradman? The answer, simple but eternal: attitude and mindset. What attitude do you approach your object of desire with? What matters is how passionate you are about what you love. And mind you, it has to be something you love. Because if it's work, you will get bored of it. If it's hard work, you will tire of it. But if it's your passion, it runs in your blood. If you look at anything with that passion, with that need to get better, to be the best, that hunger, that thirst, that's what's gonna drive you to become the greatest. Do you wanna know how hungry Bradman was? It's an incident Sachin himself recounted. On the eve of Bradman's 90th anniversary, Shane Warne and Sachin were invited to visit Don Bradman's house. While chatting, Sachin casually asked, "Sir, how much do you think you would have averaged if you played in this era?" Don Bradman smilingly replied, 70. 70, Sachin asked. Not 99. Bradman replied, for a 90-year-old guy, average of 70 is not bad, don't you think? Bradman played a total of 80 innings and remained not out for 10 of them. At an average of 99.94, he scored a total of 6,996 runs. His record comprised of 29 centuries, 12 double centuries and 2 triple centuries. Today, even after 70 years, most of his records have remained untouched. This was his hunger. And this hunger that I'm talking about, it's not just related to one thing or the other. Anything you do, from your 9 to 5 job, to your studies, to even cooking dinner, if you can find that hunger in you, no matter what it is, no matter who it is, no matter when it is, if you can find that hunger in you, each fall will just make you more hungry, and each rise will just make you go faster. The world won't be enough anymore. This is the secret of the best of the best. This is the secret of the greatest of all times.